So back in the early 1980s, I was about 12 or 13. I attended Jewish summer camp. Anyone here attend Jewish summer camp? For those of you who haven't, it's like regular summer camp, but with a lot of complaining. One thing you should know about my story is this is Stacy Papernick, who I was madly in love with at Jewish summer camp back that day. She's adorable. In any case, here's my story. So one day, we lived in these cabins, bunks, these rundown wooden shacks, I guess. It's up in northern Ontario. And I decided to go swimming or something. I had to go pee beforehand, and I went to go to the bathroom before I was going to change. And I decided to do my best sort of Bruce Lee impression to open the bathroom door, kind of like a little, like that. Except I forgot two things. Number one, the bathroom door opened out, not in. Number two, there was someone in the bathroom who in fact was locking the little eye loop thing at that moment, and I smashed his hand a little. Anyway, he got a little pissed off and kicked the door back. Listen, I'm really sorry for what I'm about to do to you, but this happened to me, so you just have to kind of be grossed out a little. So the door came back out, but not before it splintered on the loop and smashed me right in the face. And then I spun around a couple of times dizzy and decided that staying upright was no longer something I wanted to do. And I lay down, and I could just tell there's something in my nose. In my right, I told you, I'm sorry. In my right nostril. All right, so it's Saturday at Camp Ramah, and the kids in the bunk are like, oh, to raise his head, no, raise his legs. You know, they're all like advanced life-saving and swimming. I'm like, I'm not in a fucking lake, all right? So they take me to the infirmary, and you know, the doctors at these summer camps, they get like a free summer vacation. They treat a couple of scrapes, maybe a sprain, but so they pull me in there, and I say to the guy, look, there's something stuck in my nose. There's some wood in there. He's like, it's just a little, you know, I had a bloody nose, obviously. He's like, no, it's nothing. I was like, look, I can't. So he takes a pair of tweezers and he tugs, and my whole face comes along. Get ready. And so then, I'm sorry. And then, hey, listen, it happened to me, not you. So then he takes forceps. Forceps, and he thought it was like a little scab or blood clot or something, and he I don't know if he clipped it on, he starts pulling, and I don't know if you've ever seen 5.5 inches of wood come out of your face, but that's a fucking shit show. So I was horrified, but when I really freaked out was when I saw the looks on the faces of the people looking at me, because they were like, oh shit, and I guess when you get stabbed, they don't take the knife out till you get to the hospital, because there they can do something about the hole it leaves. Yeah, so now it's Saturday. This is the Sabbath, where us Jews at Jewish summer camp I'm behind, where we don't drive cars. So they had to run around and find a rabbi who was okay with, it's like, fine, screw this shit, get me to the hospital. So they finally broke the Sabbath and took me to the hospital, drove a couple hours, took me down to Toronto to Sick Kids Hospital, and I met Donny and Marie, who were visiting. They're just really nice people. Anyway, I spent a week in the hospital, had a lot of visitors, came back to camp late on a Saturday night. The movie was playing, it was movie night, and I go back into it's the last 3 minutes of the movie, and there's one empty seat back there, and it's next to Stacy Papernick, who's adorable, as you can see. So I sit next to her, and the kids had all heard stories of what had happened all week, but I'd become some sort of like, you know, camp celebrity during the week for surviving this crazy, and I did not get to keep the wood, by the way. So the lights come up, and they see them there, and I get like a standing ovation. I mean, this is every 12-year-old's dream, right? I got that girl there. She's seeing them cheer for me. Someone has to walk her back to her bunk. That's me, my friends. Now, you know that feeling when you know you can kiss someone and they're probably not going to hit you. So I got that feeling, but I was 12 years old and didn't know what that meant. It just felt like I was going to be sick. I did not kiss Stacy Papernick. Yeah. And a week later, she was going out with the only kid in our bunk who had not yet gone through puberty. So that is the sad ending. All that for naught.